Hey ladies and gents, welcome to a new video. Behind us is the new Tesla Model S, a long range. Most of the people tested the Plaid. I'm going to be testing the long range. I get the Plaid later in a month or two. So let's check it out without further ado. Here's the beautiful new Model S. 658 horsepower, dual motor, long range, 3.2 seconds 0 to 100. This car is insane. There's even more insane version, the Plaid, but we'll get that next time. So in front of us, the long range dual motor setup, one motor on the front and the back. The Plaid has on the back like another dual motor. It's actually two motors powering the rear, so it has even more insane acceleration. Now, if you're not into the Plaid, this is excellent car for you, and it's more faster than the Model 3 performance. It's more comfortable on the road and it looks gorgeous. Now, I already did a salon review of the Plaid. You can check that on the channel, so I'm gonna be quick here. We have the standard white color, metallic. It's free, but it's very hard to match it once you scratch the color, so have that in mind. Beautiful daytime running lights. The sides here are turn signals. We have two lenses for the main light and a long beam, and on the bottom we have the fog lights, little air tunneling on the sides, little air intake on the bottom, and Tesla left the opening, Tesla logo there. Also, this is now in black. We're in Croatia, so these are the Croatian license plates in Europe. And gorgeous, sexy looking car. I mean, this contours, the car looks absolutely amazing. I love it design wise. I wasn't a huge fan of the previous gen, but I really love this one. These are the standard wheels. These are hubcaps behind our steel wheels. We have black calipers with Tesla labeling. These are Brembo, if I'm not mistaken. Came on, actually these are non-factory tires. Tesla decided to put Pirelli, so these are 255/45 R19. This doesn't look that cool. I would definitely go consider the whole price of the car for the upgraded wheels. Now, black piano black finish on the turn signals. We have the new cameras, it's supposed to have high resolution, and we have the turn signals there. Black surrounding trim now instead of chrome, same with the handles. We do have heaters for the wipers. There are dual nozzles for washing on the wipers, and this is a Freeman car, so to show you the VIN number, so the camera would like to focus. There we go. New cameras on the top. You have dual heaters and light sensor. Still no rain sensor, which would be really cheap. Tesla's trying to focus on the vision to adjust the wipers, but in 10 years they haven't managed to do that. I think it's time to, just acknowledge Elon that it's time to use the cheap sensor and make our life easier. Tinted banner roof, only the top, the rear is not tinted. You also have a big stoplight there. I've noticed on Freeman cars, same as with my Model 3, there's a huge gap here, but the rest isn't that horrible. But on the white color, you're gonna notice the gaps more. So if you are sensitive to gaps, I would suggest go for a darker color. It's that easy. Now the car is dirty because it's winter, so here's the profile. I'm gonna continue forward because I am limited and I just want to do a point of view driving. So I'll also try to get the car for extra night review, separated all, so you can see that as well. Massive cargo space, so I'm gonna type in the liters. Really huge, and luckily fifth door, unlike the Model 3. I think the Model 3 shouldn't have this. Alcantara on the top, you can see that with my jacket. Seats knocked down 60/40, have tether points on each side. There's a little net here. There are two LED lights, and they're using this carpet plus Alcantara. This also dumps the sound really good. There's a massive space in here. You can see that. So lots of storage room also here on the side as well. So I'm gonna wrap that pretty fast here, not to lose precious time. Of course, you can knock down the seats by pulling here. So I'm gonna pull that one. I see nothing happened. Let me try it again. So it unlocked the seat, but they're kind of tight, so that it did unlock the seat. You can press the button here to do it manually, but it seems, let me try the other one. Yeah, it's not working, so something's blocking the seat, obviously. I think that the leather and all the things are tight, so that's the case here. But anyways, on the top carpet, like in the Model Y, LED light, and then you have the sound bar there, also Alcantara. Checking the paint job, the car is dirty, but I can see that the paint job again is Freeman signature, let's call it that way. You can see the LED license plates illumination, all open, and camera for the rear. Beautiful LED taillights. You have the connected in Model 3, this part is not connecting, and you have the long turn signals, fog lights, reverse lights, all of that good stuff. I'm gonna open this later maybe, but you already probably saw it. And beautiful look of the car, it looks gorgeous from all angles. I really like this sport detail on the diffuser. It is in piano black, but definitely love it. Now, again, no tinted windows on the rear, because in US, I think in Europe they should have added just factory tint, and in China, US, maybe there's some law, but it's not in Europe and rest of the world. Frameless doors, so when these get in, you just press them and they pop out. Also, there are little LEDs here on both front and end, so you can see it kind of just tucks in, then you press it and it extends out. You pull it lightly and it unlocks. You can see the window here drops significantly, unlike the legacy cars. Double windows front and rear. This also helps you when it's cold, so they don't condensate. There's no condensation, at least less, and it cools faster, and better soundproof and for the music. Nice soft leather. In this case we have the wood here, or chrome trim. This is all softly padded. This feels plastic, it's not rubberized like in the Model 3, the inside part, but everything else is high quality made. This is same as the Model 3. No emergency latch on the rear. There's some nice cloth here like in Volvo, so there's a speaker here and here, and nice pockets. Floor is shallow because of the batteries, of course, and this is the Tesla vegan leather perforated in the middle, and you can knock down from the rear by pressing that button. So I guess the seatbelt is in the way, so that might have been cause why this didn't knock down as I wanted to show you. So you can see inside how that looks, and the button there. So let's just jump inside. Now, I was sitting on the front and have in mind that the seat is really way back. So in that case, tight knee room, tight feet room. Now, this also has easy entry, so let me just here try to do this. Okay, so this is more realistic. I would have feet room, but in the lowest position, not enough room for my feet. Let's hear the closing sound. Very good, solid closing sound, very good soundproof, but again, Freeman signature there. On the top we have speakers here, and there's a smaller speaker there, so you can see that. And there are little lights here. You can press to turn on or off. This is plastic, but this is rubber, so you can press this one. There's a little hook there. Tinted window. There's a little smudge here, so people are touching with their hair. Now on the back we have the new screen and two USB-Cs. So if I open the door, it's going to turn on, and you can see that. I'm going to mute the music not to get a copyright strike. So you can see here that you have the automatic climate control. You can of course control where you want the fan speed, have the heated seats, and you have the music, and you have the Netflix, Switch, YouTube. There should be Disney Plus, but we don't have it in Croatia, although it is available in the region. Now, seats are big and wide. There are isofix points. So this, I guess, is just lifted up somehow. So on the back here, there's a little button you can press. This one, but honestly, this was stuck. I'm not lying, and in the other car, it wasn't stuck. So there are here adjustable cup holders, rubberized. There's a wood, 2 wireless chargers for the passengers, and a little flint there. No opening here, unfortunately, and you can see the speaker bar on the rear. The rear view is a little bit tight. And headspace, well, you can see 2 meter tall person or 6.6 in feet. Same as the Model 3, I'm hitting the glass roof. Not really comfortable if you're going around the speed bumps, over the speed bumps, excuse me. And yeah, sitting position, not really comfortable squat position. Beautiful look at the front. Let's go to the front, check it out. Now, regarding the seals, they use the good seals here and here. So there's nothing here. There's seal on the bottom, so better sealing than in the Model 3 that I own. Of course, cameras for the autopilot, auto dimming in the mirror. Now the front door is open, well, very wide, same as the rear, so it's easy to put a child seat in the back if you have kids. Same materials on the front. Someone left a pacifier in the car. Yeah. Whoa. And you can see here emergency release. So these are touch buttons. It opens up. Model S, and your tire pressure is there. Aluminum sport paddles are standard apparently. And over here you have the, of course, classical controls, back and forward, up and down. For the knee area, tilt of the seat, and a lumbar. The driver has the lumbar and the passenger has a lumbar. So I guess Elon, Model S passengers do use the lumbar, but we don't in the Model 3. And why? That really makes no sense. I think this was just a poor excuse to remove it on the Model 3 and Y, and not on the new X and S. Integrated headrest, really not comfortable if you want to sleep in your car while supercharging. Before there was adjustable, but now it's not. Let's hear the closing sound. So good closing sound. Let's hear the, excuse me, let's see the windows. Did they go all the way down? Nope. But anyways, continuing on, switching to wide lens. So there will be point of view driving window, talking, city and highway. So you can check it out. Separate the video, zooming back in. Now I'm gonna be brief here. The yoke steering wheel is super wide, as you can see. It's okay, but not practical. Since it's wider, sometimes if your knees are like this, you might hit them. So you should drive like with your knees spread. And then these turn signals are really not practical. Yes, you get the blind spot there. Because when you're doing a roundabout and you, let's say, exiting on the second exit, this is somewhere like down there. So it's not easy to give turn signal when you're exiting the roundabout, which you're acquired to do. So this is just headlights shortcuts. There's no thing to flash people in front of you. Voice commands, washers, and cruise control. You press once or twice to activate the autopilot, and then there's the horn. So that's that. Moving to the front screen, you can see here the car when you're parked, and then when you start driving, it switches. Like on the Model 3, instead of being on the side, it's on the main screen. No too much glare in person, it's okay. No, this is not a touch screen if you're new. And well, now the dash quality. This is all soft, and they really improve the materials inside. But listen to this. As I was driving, I heard some like plastic sounds. I can hear them now, but while I was driving, there was some, tension in the car, and I just heard some sounds. So fit and finish is good. Paint job is still poor in Fremont, unlike Shanghai and Berlin. And okay, That's what I heard when I was driving. So yeah, those are the things that, you know, they still need to work on. There's another speaker in the A-pillar, the bottom of the A-pillar, and the big speaker bar there. This is nice and soft leather. And well, let me see here. Glove box is here. You get the small space. There's that excuse me, didn't realize the sun was hitting that bad. There's a little light. There is a little USB for your Sentry, and you get the little cloth and thing there. Just going through the dash, this has a glass piece inside, but that's not a screen, so this is extending as well here, but you can see where the screen actually starts. 2 wireless fast charging pads. This is for park, reverse, neutral, and drive. And your hazards, you can see P, R, N, and D. That's the second option next to the sliders you're gonna see. Wood option, I guess this is real wood. So there are 2 steps, as you can see, both for opening and closing. A little cubby there with a light, and then the light switches off. There's a bigger space inside, and 2 cup holders, adjustable, same as on the rear. You can tuck that in. There's a massive space here. There are 2 USB-Cs and a little plasticky thing. No 12-volt outlet, and not even on the back. And there's a LED here, so no 12-volt outlet there either. It feels like they were planning it, but then decided in the last moment, no, we're not gonna put it. And this is supposed to be magnetic, nice and soft. I'm a little bit rushing because I'm super limited with time. Now to show you the headspace, plenty of headspace for a 2-meter tall person and 6.6. Now on the front it's super comfortable, on the rear it's super uncomfortable for me as a tall person. On the back, short overview, you can see further behind you. There's auto dimming. Now I've filmed here, I used to film here, then I went to the forest, but it's super muddy and full of snow, so I've decided to park here and film. A little camera there, little touch lights there, Alcantara finish, same as on the Model 3. Magnetic cover, beauty mirror, and this, yes, this extends, look at that, so it's completely covered. Thumbs up for that, Tesla. And this is of course magnetic. Now to the main screen, you have massive display. I love this. I love the fact that it can tilt. You can see this as extended, so you can go here to displays and you can put it to center. Now this could be a little bit quiet, but okay, I don't mind it. So this is for your passenger. You can watch movies while on Supercharger only, if you're doing work. But I love this. Now on the Model 3 there's options, you know, aftermarket to tilt it, but it has an extension that lowers it. For me that's a con because it's hitting my knees. I like to have it taller. In this case this is good. Now just to quickly go through this, so you have the automatic, excuse me, let's start from the start. So you have the controls, open, close, your shortcuts, pedal, chill sport, insane, drag strip, how to launch, and all of those stuff. Suspension, there's gonna be news updates gonna change this a little bit, but you can see that. Charging options, this is the same as on the rest of the cars, like on the Model 3. And this has the full self-driving, but it's really not worth it in Europe if you ask me. And so we have all the standard settings here. Trips. So I wasn't driving the car too long, but you can see in total has almost 2,000 kilometers, 24 kilowatts, 23. Navigation, so but people are testing this car. There's probably punching it on the highway, on the, you know, somewhere where they can feel the acceleration. This is more or less the same, and here you can see the VIN number, full self-driving computer, premium connectivity, and so on. Steam developer mode. So there is Steam, there are games here. This is all standard, more or less. In arcade, you have this. I'm really not sure how long is this going to take to It starts, takes a little time to start. This has the new third generation, if I'm not mistaken. There should be fourth generation coming of the hardware for the autopilot and so on, but as you can see, this is taking just too long. Now I even can exit. I can't actually there. You can see all the games are classic, theater, toy box, of course, all the good stuff. I'm not going to go through this. So there are all of those options. There are cameras, quite good resolution, and color is better than on the Model 3. So I think I've covered most of the stuff. Over here are your supercharger options, like that, traffic, GPS, and there's your radio station. Let's hear some radio. So you use the little wheel there. So now there's, let me just see if I can play some music. I can't play it for too long not to get a copyright strike, but the music is excellent and exceptionally. Have the Spotify. And checking if I've missed something here. So you can control the screen on the rear, you can lock the rear display, and it's a thing that maybe Model 3 doesn't have, but in the future they're saying they will add the screen on the 3 and Y. Energy app, you can see here, current drive. So yeah, that's it. And I just gotta say, everything feels beautiful, but overall I think the quality build still not there. You can see from another angle of the child seat option there for the ISOFIX. And now to show you, I did get a little card as a key. So you have to put it here, and then if you press, you have this long press to park. So if you want to go reverse, that's how it looks. If you want to go forward, you do that, so automatically figures out where you want to go. You can press here to park. Not sure if you hold, then it gauges the, I guess, the electronic parking brake. So just a little demo. So that's how it looks when the car starts driving. And then for reverse, this is how it looks when it's reversing. Now there is these options. Now they turn on. So drive, reverse, and park. So that was the whole review of the car. Again, very impressive. And let's show you the front option. So I'm gonna press it again, because the first time it didn't open from the first attempt. I think like there's always two latches, so I'm not sure what happened the first time I was trying to open that. You can see you still get the mobile connector, you get the first aid and your type 2 for mannequins, and there's a tow bar and a little emergency release. So this is how it looks also. You can see that. So I'm a little bit fast with the whole review, not ideal conditions time-wise. I'd like to have the car clean. I would clean it personally if I had more time, but there's so much people that want to test this car, so I can understand that. Big thanks to local Tesla for giving me a test ride for 2 hours instead of 1. That's standard. So hope you like the review. Be a cool person and like it. So cutting this in, you can see the charge port. This is the type 2 for AC, and then combined CCS tube for fast DC charging. You can of course touch it here or something like that. Yeah, and it closes up. Although that's not recommended, use your app or key fob. And second part, look at night. At least in the shadow, you can see the headlights and the lenses. Again, gorgeous looking. Look here. Now let's open the cargo space. You can see the illumination. So you have those two LED lights on each end. Good illumination at the bottom as well. And there's that LED on the top there. Now just to look inside, puddle lights, screen, lights on the top, and there's lights in the pockets there, and white for the doors and windows. There's no ambient lights, unfortunately, in colors inside. And there are those little LED lights that I mentioned. And inside here, just to show you, so sort of a night look. You can see the car. Press to drive. And pressing the card. There you go, you can see the car. If you go to drive, you can see how that looks. You can see if I reverse. Press B to park. And that's the interior. So look, here are lights, big light. The big pocket light. There's a small one, you push it, it switches off, and there's a button that you press so it switches to the other light. Glove compartment, or the glove box. There's a little light there. Now that spring sounds awful when you close it. And there's a light there. And you can see the lights on the top. So that was a quick, also a look at night, and just to show you the hazards from the outside. So to show you the hazard lights or turn signals, how they look. There you go. So it looks very elegant, clean look. Also very bright. And on the rear, they're rear. And on the rear, they're long. That's what I wanted to say. You can see this one from the back of the car, not at the front of the car. I think they should switch them over here and then let a little opening here so the driver can see it as well. So that was a quick sort of night look, if you will. Now, thank you for watching. Be a cool person, smash the like button on the video, help the channel grow. Leave your comment below. How do you like the Model S long range? Hope to see you in the next one. There's going to be separated point of view driving. So do subscribe and click the bell to get notified when I upload more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.